Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Caleb, and today I will be presenting my comparative financial statement analysis project. This presentation was designed in a BlackRock infidelity analysis style format and focuses on the comparative financial analysis of 12 publicly traded companies across several industries. Throughout this product, I analyzed financial statements, profitability, liquidity, leverage, and long-term financial trends to better understand how different companies perform financially and operationally over time. The overall analysis revealed that technology companies consistently demonstrated the strongest profitability, liquidity, and long-term growth trends throughout the financial analysis period. Companies such as like Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet, and NVIDIA or NVIDIA maintain strong profit margins, strong operating income, and strong balance sheet performance. Retail and consumer focused companies such as like Walmart, Amazon, Target generated the highest revenue scale because of their operational size and global market reach. However, many of these companies operated with like thinner margins because of higher inventory and operational costs. And the comparative analysis also revealed significant differences in financial strategy, leverage, operational efficiency, and growth potential across industries. Overall, this project demonstrated how financial statement analysis can help investors and like stockholders evaluate long-term financial health, stability, and investment. So overall, this revenue comparison chart highlights the major differences in company size and operational scale across industries. Walmart and Amazon generated the largest overall revenues because of their global retail and like e-commerce operations. Their large operational structures allow them to produce massive sales volume, even though their profit margins are lower than many technology companies. Technology firms such as like Apple, Microsoft generated strong revenues, also maintaining stronger profitability margins and operational efficiency. And then we have companies like Nvidia, where they demonstrated one of the strongest revenue growth trends during the analysis period because of increasing demand in artificial intelligence and semiconductor markets as well. And then we have this chart that pretty much demonstrates how industry structure and business strategy influence long-term revenue generation and capabilities. This net income comparison chart provides insight into company profitability and operational efficiency. Technology firms such as Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet, and NVIDIA generated significantly higher profits compared to many retail-focused companies. Higher net income reflected stronger operating margins, scalable business models, and efficient cost management strategies. Retail firms generated large revenues, but operated with like lower profit margins because of the operational cost, logistic expenses, and inventory management. And this chart highlights how profitability varies significantly depending on the company strategy and industry. So Apple demonstrated strong long-term revenue growth supported by premium product pricing, a strong brand loyalty, and global consumer brand. The company maintained exceptional profitability and one of the strongest cash reserve positions among all companies utilized. Apple's financial position reflected strong operational efficiency, shareholder value creation, and long-term financial stability. The company consistently maintained one of the strongest balance sheet positions throughout the comparative analysis. Next, we have Microsoft. And Microsoft demonstrated strong liquidity and profitability driven by recurring cloud computing and like software revenue. The company maintained consistent operating income growth and strong balance sheet management throughout the analysis period. Microsoft also diversified operations and strong cash reserves, supported long-term financial stability and lower financial risk. And overall, Microsoft emerged as one of the strongest overall financial performers included. Next on the list, we have Amazon. And Amazon generated one of the largest revenue scales among all companies analyzed because of its global e-commerce and logistics operations. Although profitability margins were lower than technology firms, Amazon maintained strong long-term growth trends. The company continued investing heavily into like cloud services, operational expansion, and infrastructure development as well. Amazon's scale and operational reach Position the company as one of the most dominant operational businesses included in the analysis as well. Next, we have Tesla. And Tesla demonstrated rapid growth trends supported by like increasing electric vehicle demand and aggressive expansion strategies. Compared to more established firms, Tesla experienced greater volatility because of rapid operational growth and changing market conditions. Um, Tesla's profitability and revenue growth reflected strong market demand and overall global automotive expansion. And the analysis highlighted both the strong growth potential and financial risk associated with high growth companies. Next on the list is we have Nike. Funny about Nike, this is the first company I ever was employed with when I was a kid. I got my first job at Nike at 16. Nike maintained a stable profitability and strong global brand recognition throughout the analysis period. Consumer demand and international market performance supported revenue consistency and like operational performance. Nike is very, very well known, and they kind of span throughout many different sports, many different countries. So when I was doing their analysis, it was very evident, and it was very it made sense why they had the growth and they had the um, income and pretty much why their charts and everything looked the way they did because they are very well known. And overall, the company really did demonstrate efficient like brand management and long term market sustainability despite changes in consumer spending trends. Being that they're so popular, it makes sense as to why throughout the different markets and the different economies they're going to pretty much always have some form of growth. The next company that I analyzed was Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola maintained like stable cash flow generation and strong profitability supported by consistent global consumer demand. Kind of similar to Nike, they've been around for like a very, very long time. So, seeing the trend, seeing the demand, everything pretty much makes sense. And the company did demonstrate long-term operational stability and strong brand recognition worldwide. They are a massive global company, so this kind of one of those, the name speaks for itself pretty much, but that also kind of, pours into their strong consumer loyalty and diverse beverage products can contribute to financial consistency and long-term stability within this company. Walmart is another company that we're all pretty much familiar with, but Walmart generated the largest revenue scale among all companies analyzed during the project. Actually, operational efficiency and large scale inventory management supported like long term revenue stability. And although Walmart maintained like lower profit margins, the company remained financially stable because of operational scale and market dominance. Over the years, they've pretty much had that, so that was going to be a given. And then the analysis also demonstrated how operational efficiency drives retail financial performance as well. Next, we have Alphabet Financial analysis. And with Alphabet, they maintain like strong profitability driven primarily by like digital advertising revenue and technology innovation. The company demonstrated strong liquidity and operating income throughout the analysis period. Alphabet's diversified technology operations contributed to long-term financial stability and growth potential as well. Next, we have Netflix, a financial analysis. This was a company I would say I struggled with. I wouldn't say I had a difficult time like understanding their information or like their gathering the data with Netflix, but for some odd reason I just had like little difficulties. I guess I would say interpreting their data, but Netflix did demonstrate improved profitability supported by subscription growth and operational efficiency and improvements. The company experienced like a strong revenue growth because of increasing global streaming demand. I would definitely say when you look at the pandemic and at the height of the pandemic, that's when we see the grand and large dominance that they end up having, being that we were streaming a lot. People were inside, so it made sense as to why that had such an exponential growth. But the content investment strategies significantly influence profitability and long term operational performance at Netflix. Next, we have Target's financial analysis. I wouldn't say I struggled with Target. This one with their data was pretty easy to interpret. But yeah, at Target, with Target, I would say that they experience operational challenges related to inventory management and retail market Validity. The company maintained stable revenue generation despite fluctuations in profitability trends, and consumer spending patterns and retail competition influence Target's overall performance. Target is another one of those companies like Walmart, where they're kind of like an essential company, so they're kind of going to always stay afloat. Of course, like same with Netflix with Target during the pandemic, we did see those grand and big increases, being that people were spending more at these type of stores, and they had the growth, and their data wasn't that bad to interpret. But yes, that's as far as Target's financial analysis, they were pretty decent to interpret and get an understanding on. Next, we have Disney's financial analysis. Disney's another company that's been around for very, very long time. So looking at their data, everything that I interpreted, it all made sense to me. Disney also demonstrated recovery trends following economic disruptions and that impacted entertainment operations, revenue growth, and improved because of streaming expansion and theme park recovery and like diversified entertainment operations. COVID hit them pretty hard because they have these attractions and the parks that have to be tended to, but everyone was inside, so there was a lot of like revenue loss during COVID. But aside from that, Disney experienced greater volatility compared to more stable technology firms because of changing consumer demand and economic conditions. And Disney also implemented like their streaming company when COVID did come out. So they kind of like the revenue that they lost, they were able to somewhat recover it by jumping on and adding their streaming service. Next, we have NVIDIA's financial analysis. This was a company that I was interested in because I wasn't too familiar with them, and then after doing further research, I liked the company. I liked what I saw, and I just wanted to add it to one of my financial analysis. But NVIDIA demonstrated exceptional profitability and like growth driven by artificial intelligence and semiconductor demand. Right now, we have a high demand for AI, and so just seeing this company's growth makes so much sense. The company did achieve some of the highest profitability margins among all firms analyzed. Strong technology demand supported rapid revenue expansion and operational performance improvements. NVIDIA also emerged as one of the strongest financial performers throughout the comparative analysis statement. Like I just mentioned, AI is kind of like taking over. So being that they are kind of in that sector of things, it makes sense as to why they have the growth and the demand that we ended up analyzing. So now we have the cross-industry comparative insights. Pretty much the comparative analysis revealed that technology companies consistently maintain stronger profitability and liquidity, long-term growth trends, and compared to these other companies. Retail companies generated the highest overall revenue scale based on operational size and inventory-driven business structures. Entertainment and automotive companies demonstrated like greater volatility, because of changing consumer demand and economic conditions. And overall, the analysis provided like a deeper insight into like how investors and stockholders evaluate management and performance across industries. And yeah, with the retail companies generating more revenue, it was a surprise to me. I would have not thought that. I would have thought more so companies like Netflix or things that were more digital, because it's easier accessible, but also you have e-commerce for retail as well. So it makes sense as to why they had that revenue growth. So this project represented my first experience completing a large-scale financial statement analysis project involving multiple public companies and like industries. One of the most difficult aspects of the project was like learning how to interpret company financial statements, charts, graphs, and ratio analysis data. Before this project, I had never worked with large financial data sets or analyzed comparative company performance, balance sheets, and income statements. And then organizing financial information across 12 different companies requires strong attention to detail, analytical thinking, and like Excel skills. Although the project was challenging at first, it significantly strengthened my understanding of financial analysis and research methods and investment evaluation. Um, it was overwhelming for a little bit as well because I've never done anything like this. I've never had a class that wasn't just like a you turn in this and then this is a due date or you do this assignment. This was very like I would say like just free and open to your own interpretation. I never had too much freedom with the class, and I enjoyed it. It was challenging, but I did enjoy it. It allowed me to push myself. It allowed me to step outside of my comfort zone, and things may not always just be straight and forward and narrow. Like sometimes you have to go and do the work. Sometimes you have to go and search for the answers, and I enjoyed it. I did strengthen my Excel skills with this class. I'm no Excel pro, but throughout the videos that were provided to assist with the assignments, I was able to just get a little bit better usage and utility with Excel and how it works. So I was very appreciative of that as well. In conclusion, this project demonstrated how financial statement analysis provides meaningful insight into long-term company performance and like financial health. Technology companies generally demonstrate like stronger profitability and liquidity trends, while retail companies emphasize operational scale and efficiency. Comparative analysis revealed how industry structure, operational strategy, and financial management influence company performance. And overall, this project pretty much provided like a valuable real-world experience that reflect the actual investment research and analysis practices. So this slide pretty much focuses on the longitudinal financial analysis that was completed throughout the project. By analyzing financial performance over multiple years, I was able to identify like long-term trends in revenue growth, profitability, and liquidity and operational stability. Technology companies generally demonstrated stronger long-term growth trends, while retail companies maintain more stable but lower margin financial performance. And this multi-year analysis helped identify which companies demonstrated consistency, resilience, and long-term financial stability over time. This slide highlights the major findings from a comparative analysis statement analysis. Apple and Microsoft maintain one of the most strongest equity and cash positions among all companies analyzed, which reflected strong financial stability and liquidity management. Amazon and Walmart operated with extremely large assets bases because of their operational scale and inventory-driven business structures. Tesla demonstrated more aggressive expansion and investment trends, which increased both growth and potential and financial risk. And overall, the balance sheet analysis provided important insight into long-term financial strength and leverage strategies. Alrighty, and comparative income statement findings. This slide focuses on income statement analysis findings. Technology firms generally achieve higher profit margins and like stronger operating income growth because of scalable business models and lower operational costs. Retail companies generated stable sales volumes and strong revenues, but they typically operated with like thinner profit margins due to like inventory, logistics, and operational expenses. NVIDIA and Microsoft demonstrated some of the strongest profitability growth trends throughout the analysis period, and this analysis highlighted how like operational efficiency and cost management significantly influence overall profitability. So this project required creativity, independent thinking, and like large-scale financial data interpretation. One of the biggest challenges was simplifying and like organizing financial information across 12 different companies and industries. We were given the option to do, I believe, 8 to 12, and I of course did 12. Which was a bit much, but I got through it. Excel spreadsheets played a major role in transforming raw financial data into like visual analysis, comparative charts, and like ratio calculations. And the project also improved my confidence in like interpreting financial performance trends and presenting analytical findings in a professional format, similar to like investment firms. It's my first time ever like really doing a project like this, but again, it was pretty good. Alrighty, so on this slide, this is going to be the investor and like stakeholder perspective, and pretty much this slide represents how a financial statement analysis supports investors and like stakeholders in evaluating company performance. Profitability trends influence investor confidence and like market valuation, while liquidity analysis help measure short-term financial flexibility and like risk exposure. Leverage analysis also provides insight into like how companies manage debt and financial risk, and comparative analysis allows investors to identify stronger industry performance and like make more informed strategic and like investment decisions pretty much. And my final reflection, pretty much this project provided valuable experience in financial research and like comparative analysis and like financial interpretation. This process strengthened my analytical thinking skills and presentation abilities and understanding of like company financial performance, and analyzing like these 12 different companies across multiple industries helped me better understand how different businesses models and like industries operate financially. And overall, this project simulated a real world financial analysis experience. It gave me a much deeper understanding of financial statement analysis and investment valuation. And I appreciate you all watching my video, taking the time to look at my presentation that I worked really hard on. And I thank you for taking the time to view this. You have a great day.